Hi, this is just going to be a brief review of the Eyoyo S801C TFT monitor. I bought it because it was advertised as being powered or possible to be powered by USB, as well as including mains. It does come with a mains charger as well. At the moment, I am actually running it off a USB power bank, so I can confirm that works. I've also got it plugged in as an extended laptop with my laptop, at the moment, an extended screen, on my laptop. And it's working fine as that as well. You can see the mouse moving around. And it has no problem moving onto here. Now, it does overscan a bit. As you can see, that Chrome logo on the left there is going off the edge. I haven't been able to work that out. I've set the resolution to its native resolution of 1024 by 768, but it's still overscanning. Now, I don't know if that's a driver issue, something that was just happening because of my laptop, but it's something I haven't been able to sort out with a quick look, so bear that in mind. It's something you may have to deal with. The construction quality of the monitor is, it is cheap, but it's functional. I haven't got any major concerns with it. The buttons are very shallow and clicky. They're certainly not high quality buttons. I haven't had any problems with them in the week that I've owned it, but I can't vouch that they last forever with frequent use. The screen is a reflective rather than matte coating. I prefer matte, but beggars can't be choosers. The bezel is about 2 centimeters on all sides. On the back, we have 2 speakers. I don't know if they're stereo. I doubt it. A sliding mount on the back that you can unscrew with that nut in the middle there, and another nut just here to adjust the angle, which has about 4 or 5 settings. Inputs on the back, 9 volts DC in on the far left, VGA in. That blue plug there, probably can't see it amazingly well there next to the VGA. That's the HDMI input, and obviously there is an HDMI plug in there at the moment. Then you've got the AV inputs, the red, white and yellow sockets there. Then you've got the silver metal BNC input there, which is security camera type connection. It's nothing I can test, so I can't comment on any of the BNC functionality of this. And that black plug just in between the BNC and the yellow socket there, that's going into the USB type C power input, which is what's powering it at the moment, and it's working fine. And that cable is going to the power bank that I showed earlier. So in terms of construction, fair enough. For the £50 that I paid, it's done everything that I want it to do so far. The screen is very good. Aside from the issue with it overscanning slightly when plugged into my laptop, I will now plug it into the other unit that I've been testing it with, which is my mini Super Nintendo. Let's wait for that to register. I can do a little demo of the sound now. The scale of the sound meter goes up to quite a high number, up to about 30 or so, but I find that practically I can't ever have the sound higher than about 5 or 6, otherwise the speakers start distorting, which isn't a problem for me with a screen this small anyway. I'm not going to be using it as a home cinema setup or anything like that. The volume has been perfectly adequate for what I've been using it for, which is the close-up use, like I've got it plugged in at the moment. Let's have a quick look in the box. Now, there's an empty box, and there's the contents right next to it. I'll do a reverse unboxing, otherwise known as a boxing. You get a sticky pad for the base to put on walls or slopes. I got a high quality, what appears to be reasonably high quality HDMI, braided HDMI cable. About a metre long, I'd say that one is. About a metre long VGA cable, which looks like quite good quality. About ½ metre long USB-C power cable, which works fine. I have tested it, but I'm not using that at the moment. I'm using the slightly shorter one, which my laptop is actually powering it, as you can see. A Euro style 9-volt DC adapter and a UK 9-volt DC adapter, which 9 volts, sorry, I'll start again on that, 12 volts, 2 amps. So yes, sorry if I've been saying 9 volts earlier on. The power adapter input, or rather output, is 12 volts, 2 amps. But of course the TV operates perfectly well on 5 volts, 2 amps, which is why it works on over USB power. So, there's not a hell of a lot more to say. The menu is very simple. You get brightness, contrast, saturation. They are all very effective. The screen goes to a very good brightness. The angle of viewing is excellent, as you can see. Even from the most sharp angles, this TFT screen is very good for a cheap screen. So if you've read any of the reviews saying the angle of viewing isn't good on Amazon, they're not talking about this model. Unfortunately, you get lots of models optioned on the same screen on Amazon, and that tends to mix the reviews up, I've seen. So you can never really be sure of exactly which device you're reading a review for. But I can vouch that the screen has been excellent, has had no problems for the week I've had it, and is in many cases in the evening too bright. So yes, no complaints with the screen there at all. So I'll wrap that up. If you have any more questions about this, please have a look in my description, which I will pad out with a little bit more information and any corrections I might need to make on what I've said, or any errors I've made in this little review. Feel free to ask some questions in the comments regarding more technical details if you like. It does accept 16:9 or 4:3 input. It's got a setting in the menu to change between those two. As I said, I paid £50 for this, and I don't regret the purchase. It's been working fine for a week. It's been doing everything I want it to do, and you can do some pretty unique little things with it, seeing as it's USB powered. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than the nearest USB powered monitor, which admittedly you're getting into brands like Asus and what have you, so they're recognised good quality brands, but they can start at 130 and go to anything up to 300. So 50 quid is, a lot cheaper. And the 4:3 aspect ratio of it is quite unique as well. It goes very well with little gaming consoles, like retro consoles like this, that have an HDMI output of some kind, because obviously all those games are in 4:3 aspect ratio. It can be powered completely off your laptop and plugged into your laptop HDMI, which I imagine would be a very attractive proposition to lots of people. So I do heartily recommend it, really. Check back on my channel in a month or 2 months or so. If it's blown up or gone wrong by then, I will let you know in the description. But I've owned it for a week. I paid 50 quid for it, and I am very happy with it. Thanks for watching.